Hey everyone, it's Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to Angel as we move into episode number 14 of Season 2, hoping that this episode's going to be great, because the last episode was probably amongst one of the least favourite episodes of this season. There was still some really incredible moments, but I made my comments regarding the last episode, especially Jean being creepy, because yes, relationship breakups do suck, but the way he tried to freeze his girlfriend, especially the scenario they were in as well. Yeah. But it was really good to see Angel with the host. They have they make such a great duo, and I hope to see more of them together as Cordy, Wesley, and Gunn try to move on from Angel, accepting that they can have Angel investigations without Angel, because it's just a name. And you know, even though Angel is starting to come around that maybe he may have been a bit harsh regarding firing Cordy, Wesley, and Gunn, I think it's still going to take a bit of time, maybe by the end of the season, until the group is all reunited. So hopefully this opens the door for more connection between the host and Angel, because they make such a great duo. They have such contradictory personalities at the moment, with Angel in his darkened phase, and the host has a very vibrant personality, and they made such a great duo. One of the key qualities in the last episode was their partnership, so hopefully we get to see more of that in the future. But yeah, with that said, let's get into this episode of Angel, episode number 14 of Season 2. Let's go.
Something to fight. Good to be done. Little action.
Maybe we could buy one of those star maps.
Maybe the demons are taking a holiday.
You telling me he got to be
They just can't be bothered
without a little
anymore.
demonic assistance? Hey, we specialize in strange. There's nothing we haven't see.
What the heck?
Back of her head.
Okay.
Something grabbed Stephanie on the way home from swim practice and bit her. When she woke up this morning, that was there.
Like some kind of, like, passing something on.
Ceiling. There's no room, even if I did let you in. No more beds. Please, we'll sleep on the floor.
And
I mean, they seem scared out of their wits, like... I was gonna say Anne's no stranger to the supernatural, so... But she doesn't know it's probably supernatural.
Diaghilev, that concludes my career as a professional informant, all right? Consider it a freebie, just like every other bit of information I've ever given.
He just wants to move on.
Tomorrow night, best of luck. Hope you bust that evil law firm wide open.
Poor Merle.
Why the rush to relocate?
Well, let's see. There's, you. Then there's every other crook and monstro in this town.
Last night, me and Les were hanging down on 39th.
Panhandling?
No, washing my Mercedes. But so then this cop comes up out of nowhere and just wham! Hit me so hard I thought my teeth were coming out.
He hit you? What were you doing?
Nothing, I swear to God.
Corrupt cops or something more?
High creep factor. Angel?
Oh, our company. It's named after our former boss. We were planning on changing it to the gun agency.
No, we're not.
Oh, God.
As soon as these two narcissists come to their senses.
But Angel, that... the guy
Really
in the
good?
black trench coat, is it?
Uh-oh.
You know him?
Yeah. He tried to help me out a few weeks ago.
Hell.
Hey, we're not talking about some street sweep the PD does every 6 months to shut up the moms. Okay, this is war, and everyone's a target.
She speaks true, G. 100% true.
I do believe these guys, like...
You have the right to an attorney.
Oh my... What the hell? Angel should have knocked him out!
Afford an attorney? One will be appointed to you. Do you understand your rights
What
as
the-
I have?
The plan is simple. I want you to roll the camcorder, wait for the cops to hassle us.
Get your evidence.
How do you know they will?
Because we'll be the ones walking while black. Come on.
No, that's sadly relevant, especially intertwined with what's going on. Of course, there's a supernatural element, but it still doesn't diminish the
Haven't seen you in a
real-life
while.
issues.
Genius, he's up for the death penalty.
He said his funeral was 6 months ago.
Around then, why?
Well, this ground's been disturbed in the past few weeks. Someone's done some digging.
How do you know?
A lot of cops buried her.
Yeah?
Don't question my judgment, he's essentially saying.
They walk, they talk, and somebody else is pulling their strings.
Yep. Would make sense.
Is it? My dad is here.
Oh my god.
No. This ground's
Are
undisturbed.
you sure?
I'm sure.
Angel knows what it's like to rise from the ground.
Hey! That's my... sorry. I have a shirt just like that.
He did donate Cordy's
One
clothes.
of a kind. Big fibber. It'd be best if you left. You should probably go.
I don't trust him.
This is a shelter, right? Well, it just so happens.
Could be a zombie
I'm in need of a
or...
little shelter tonight.
Hey. Hey.
What a dick.
Let him go.
I'd like to know what we did wrong. You know what law we broke? Because if we broke one, I think we should know what it was so we don't make the same mistake twice.
I'm not gonna say it again.
Here we go, there's your
officer,
evidence.
He's
Ah,
a friend of mine, a very good friend. I'm sure he hasn't committed any...
oh my... Wesley! But he's not having the other gun.
Oh, man!
Get it?
Oh, man!
Let's get the hell out of here. Help me get Wesley.
Shit.
Is anyone else cold?
It's okay, man. We're gonna take
Wesley, please don't. Please.
Pick him up. Come on. All right, man. Hang on, Wes. We almost there, okay?
Something's going on up there. I'll go see what it is.
Oh, you're dead. You are dead.
Hey, guys. You gotta let us through.
No, don't.
It's gonna shoot him.
Hey. Hang on.
Damn, that was just cold-blooded. You know when I said I wanted to focus on the Angel investigations? Like, not in this capacity where it looks like Wesley's like
You heard him.
on
Let's
death's
go.
door, essentially.
Oh. Damn, now that looks nasty.
Dude!
Well, there's that. And there's people like you. A thug with a gun. Keeping the cycle going.
Not my problem.
No,
don't
see, it's my problem, all right? Because they shot my friend over there.
Oh. Yeah, white man dying. Not exactly losing sleep on it.
Oh, get a better compassion, buddy!
We can't afford this. Not now.
All units in place.
Jesus Christ, he's a dick!
Quiet.
Son of a bitch!
They're here.
Wesley's just trapped at the minute. He can't get to a hospital because they're bloody blocking the... This is fucked.
Take this back. I want you to use it, all right?
About what?
How about some of your more dead cops?
Maybe we should talk about you instead.
Oh boy. Here we go.
I'll repeat the question.
Tell me circuits are busy. The circuits are busy. Get some new circuits now.
Gordy. This is just monstrous.
How do I stop them? These are good cops. They put their lives
Yeah.
on the line. I died
Except
on
they're
the
not
street.
being good
Should've
cops,
left them
buddy.
that way.
Jesus. Ooh, and... no. Hell, this is... Less than the dickish behavior now? because he saved your life? Oh my... Is that some kind of, like, ritual thing?
Here we go. It's the idol of Granith.
The zombie guy.
Oh no! Well... Oh my goodness.
Just got a lot safer for me. Time to go to work.
Bitch!
Let's go.
Just forget him, he's a piece of shit.
This job is making me crazy.
I know the feeling.
For you, detective.
Thanks.
Getting him pulled into that darkness.
Is this movie? Well, it's bloody lovely.
I'll do that.
Wesley doesn't need you right now. We don't need you. You walked away. Do us a favor and just stay away.
Oh. Ho ho ho. So yeah, this episode was, I think, a bit better than the last episode. I wouldn't say it was like up there in terms of great episodes, especially the whole zombie idea. But I do like what they tried to did, especially with how relevant it is in today's standards. But yeah, it was a bit in the middle for me. Like, I do like some of the elements that they threw in, and the idea regarding people facing unfair attacks by police officers, and they did add that supernatural element into it. Though, the one thing that did bug me about the idea was, like, I don't know, I think they could have done something more, like, they could have maybe done away with the whole zombie situation, especially with how off-putting it was that they didn't look like zombies. I think there was only one shot of them looking zombie-esque, apart from when they were, like, defeated and they reverted back to their corpses, and that was when Angel knocked that guy's head off. Like, if you took that away, then, well, not only would what Angel have done be would be 10 times worse, but also, you could have wrote in something else, I guess. I don't know. I think the zombie element, you could have maybe done away with it. But I do know, I do see what this episode was trying to entail regarding the unfair attacks by police officers and how people, especially the commentary on black people, being attacked by police officers, you could see how that was a bit of a focus. Like, there was even a line that Gunn said regarding how he was planning on capturing the recording of because he was unknown about the zombie esqueness behind these officers, but he was planning on capturing the attack. Whereas they did it in a jokey manner regarding like how he says that because we'll be the ones walking while being black. It's sad that you do that, how it reflects on current circumstances, especially with how heavy the topic was during the summer, with how the black community was being unfairly treated by police officers, and you saw all of these cold-blooded murders that they committed and these riots that went on because of the abuse in power that was committed. So whilst they played it off in a jokey substance, it was kind of heartbreaking to reflect on and see how powerful like it is in today's circumstances. Like, the problem is, like, this the discrimination against certain people will happen no matter what in the world. And there's that idea that, like, people of power, like, exploit that against certain types of people. And And then I really like that exchange with Gunn, how he approached Jackson, who was a complete asshole, and he said, "Yeah, there are racist people. There are racist cops out there, but then there's also people like you who keeps he said something about keeping the cycle going. In translation, that is who keeps giving them reason to, like, with Jackson. I feel like he is using that discrimination to fuel his own character, to fuel that intimidation. Because he was a guy who was not phased whatsoever. Like, he wasn't letting anything phase him, and he had that high confidence. So, and it gives, it will give people fuel, his actions. It will give the police fuel, to keep that cycle going, as Gunn said. So, yeah, Jackson was a character who was very, very unlikable. And yeah, it was just really, really, it just had you very, very concerned in the aspect of how this touched up upon real life subjects, because it's a very, very crushing subject to reflect on, especially with it happening with the focus on the black community being targeted by the police officers being highlighted not long ago in terms of recording, because it's like September, so and whilst it's still happening today, like I said, this discrimination, it doesn't die down. It was a heavy highlight, especially in the past few months, especially with the riots, especially with the cold-blooded murders that went on. Yeah, it just had you reflecting, and your heart sunk. So yeah, but not just that though, but going in story, Wesley, who I honestly thought was on his way to death's door, because, like I said, there's something about the visualness, the visual effects of when Wesley got shot. Like, they really dramatized it, and it had the viewer thinking, "Oh shit, this is really happening." Like, it's not something like, "Oh, okay, he's gonna skim this off or whatever." It had you worrying about Wesley if he was going to make it out of this episode. And not just that though, but moment by moment, his health was declining, and you were just thinking, are they going to have something real, something like in terms of a consequence of police brutality impacting one of the main characters? I mean, yes, this was something out of their hands, because they were reanimated thanks to one selfish dick who decided that, let's, because yes, they died, and they deserved better. He wasn't doing himself any favors by being selfish and not letting the dead rest in peace. But there's still that element of police brutality, because they were touching upon that theme. And you were just thinking, are they really going to be doing something like that in regards to showing the consequences of police brutality, about how innocents are going to die? And that's going to hit really, really impactfully with Wesley's demise. So you were just worried as moment by moment this episode went on. As Wesley's health declined, you were just worried that Wesley... There was one shot where he just looked still, and my heart skipped a beat. So, but Gunn, gave that assurance that he was still breathing. So, it made my heart skip a beat when Wesley was, like, completely static. So, yeah, this episode didn't do me any favors in regards to Wesley's health. Declining moment by moment, and not just that though, but of course, with Wesley being trapped, they couldn't get him to a hospital until they dealt with the police problem, and thankfully Angel did, so he did help out his group. That was the thing, and more importantly, saved Wesley's life, even though that they might not want anything to do with Angel. Understandably so. And I say understandably so from a character perspective. We know why Angel fired his group. but the characters don't, and we're looking at the character's perspective. His darkness, obsession over Darla, that led to and not just that though, but what he did with Wolfram and Hart and the lawyers in that wine cellar, that led to them being fired. And there's that feeling of being screwed over. Not just that though, but they had that bridge with Anne, who returned in this episode, who she did fail to neglect about the fact that he might have done really, really shitty things, and that's understandable, like, that she's reflecting on the bad because of the fact that what he did was really, really insulting. But of course he did give her the, what was it, 2 million, the donations. So yeah, she did, fail to mention that, but, she has her reasons to be pissed as well, so yeah. But there's no blame about how they feel about Angel, because they just felt screwed over by what he did. And we know that Angel did fire them, especially to protect them from that darkness. But even if they got that admission from Angel, it's a case on, would they take it? Would they not? Would it take time for them to be like? Would it take time for them to feel like they can ally themselves with Angel again? That's the case. So I can't blame them whatsoever. But it's also the fact, we also had the fact regarding Kate as well. We got a bit of her in this episode, and I love the fact that there is still going to be that tension with Angel and Kate, but there are more, compared to, last season, especially the later episodes, they're a lot better. There's still that tension, but they're willing to work alongside each other. Although with Angel in his dark state, it's going to have Kate be concerned, especially when she was talking about, okay, well, yes, the zombie police officers have been dealt with, but that's going to mean that crime is going to be on the rise. And for Angel, he took it so calmly, and that kind of bugged out Kate a bit, understandably, with the fact that, with Angel, though, it's a case of sometimes the only choices you have are bad choices. The zombie police officers have been defeated. And sadly, it's out of his hands, in a sense, to be able to rectify the other crimes that could go on. And now that that intimidation by the police officers has been lifted, so understandably, she's not jubilous in the defeat of the zombie police officers, with the rates of murder and rape, etc., going up, most likely. But it will be very interesting to see what how Kate does perceive Angel's attitude, because I think this is the first time that Kate has seen Angel now that, in his, I want to say new persona, because it's not Angel, but it's not Angelus at the same time. It's as Darla said, that's not Angel, it's not Angelus. So this is the first time that Kate has a look at Angel in his darker area. So yeah, but he is starting to come towards the light a bit more, as we kind of had a look-see at the last episode, where he started to reflect on, maybe it was a bit cold for me to fire my friends, etc. So yeah, but I also like the little touch that she did race over to her dad's grave to see if he was one of the people that was risen from the dead. Angel, of course, knowing, because that the ground has been undisturbed because vampires. So yeah, I really, really liked that touch, and how worrying that would have made the whole situation, especially if it came to a point where you'd have to put your dad down. But there might be that conflict because it's your dad, and it really breaks your heart, especially with the fact that Kate is not over, you can't be over your parents dying. She's not obviously going to be over it, so it would be a real test of it would be a real test for Kate to have to confront her father. So I really like the idea that she got really emotional about the prospect that her dad could have been one amongst the zombie cops that were risen. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, in the middle kind of episode for me. I feel like they could have done something, like they could have done away with the whole zombie situation. Especially with the fact that they did look like normal cops rather than zombies. And yeah, I felt like it was a bit in the middle. But apart from that, I did enjoy the other aspects about this episode, especially, like I said, the focus on Angel investigations, even though this, like, Wesley being on death's door was not what I meant when I said, I hope we get more focus on Angel investigations. But again, I gotta watch what I say these days, so, because it'll come back to bite me on the butt. So yeah, but yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!